Now is it my turn? My turn to have the camera put on me?
You're the star. You're the star today.
Usually they're always yelling at me about, get that camera off me.
You know, that's true. Well, we have a Hollywood famous director and producer.
Do we think that maybe it's,
Over the side.
I just got rid of the women?
Oh, so we're not supposed to be out here.
Use all my time together. Take the rugged sunny days, the warm and rocky weather. Take the roads that I have walked along, looking for tomorrow's time. Peace of mind as my life spills into yours, changing with the hours, filling up the world with time, turning time to flowers. I can show you all the songs that I never sang to one man before. I have seen a million stones lying by the water. You have climbed the hills with me to the mountain shelter. Taken off the days one by one, setting them to breathe in the sun. Take the lilies and the lakes from the days of childhood, all the willow winding paths beating up and outward. This is what I give. This is all I ask you for. Nothing more. Who's next again? Yeah, go down there.
Save me a spot.
I'll do anything to help you understand. I love you more than anybody can. And the wind will whisper your name to me. Little birds will sing along in time. The leaves will bow down when you walk by, and morning bells will chime. Your spirit here has caused him to remain, for whenever two or more of you are gathered in his name, there is love. Oh, there is love. For a man shall leave his mother, and a woman leave her home, and they shall travel on to
Barbara, lean up.
Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Can I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. But if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do, and dear you to me. Oh, you know I will. I will.
To take the vows of marriage, we know that you come with a full realization of the responsibilities and the joys which will be yours together. We cherish with you your hopes and your dreams and your love for each other. Married life will give you the opportunity to grow together. Each of you must seek to know and to understand and to love. Be as open and as honest as possible, for beyond that which you know of each other lies your deepest selves. May your knowledge become wisdom, and may your wisdom increase your love and concern for each other. Be your true selves, but don't fear change. May each be to the other a strength in need, a counselor in perplexity, a comfort in sorrow, and a companion in joy. Into this union, Kevin and Terry now come to be joined. If any of you can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, speak now, or else forever hold your peace. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? Terry, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? Kevin, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor, and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
The tears wiped it dry. I was confused in my mind. I sold my soul. You bought it back for me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me. Me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me. You needed me. And I can't believe it's you, I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there. And I'll never leave, why should I leave? I'd be a fool, 'cause I finally they found someone who really cares. You held my hand when it was cold, when I was lost. You took me home. You gave me hope when I was at the end, and turned my lies back into truth again. You even called me friend. You gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me. You needed me. You needed me.
Kevin, would you take Terry's right hand and take it, Terry, please? Now, Kevin, I would like for you to please repeat after me. I, Kevin, take you, Terry, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do us part. Okay, Terry, I would like you to please repeat after me. I, Terry, take you, Kevin, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do us part. Okay, Terry, I'd like you to get the ring that goes on Kevin's hand, please. And as you place it on his finger, please repeat these words after me. With all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you, and with this ring, I do wed. Kevin, if you'd like to get the ring to go on Terry's hand. And as you place them on a finger, please repeat after me. With all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you, and with this ring, I thee wed. Now that Kevin and Terry have given themselves to each other by solemn vows, and with the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of the ring, I, John Kirkendall, by the authority vested in me with the state of Michigan, pronounce that they're husband and wife, and you may kiss each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Brookshire.
Part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. You see, I'd like to spend my life with you and show you things I've seen. places that I'm going to, places where I've been, to have you there beside me and never be alone. And all the time that you're with me, then we will be at home. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down all the way. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. Take my hand and
Half the sour cream and you know. Thank you.
What I think is going to happen is there's
Oh.
some people that he has personal beats with. He's going to make some moves and he said he was
Jan, you got a cool model?
to have me get out.
Where Bill and Barb spent their time. The bar is busy, busy. Even the bride's, the groom's mother is there.
When the boys said we did
To you.
that was
Do they need any more help?
Nope, we're all set.
The bride and groom should go first and tell everybody it's time to eat.
You did.
Right, all right.
Hi, dude, how you doing?
I'm trying to make sure. One more.
Hey, don't go away.
Jerry, fish that. You ready? I have to wait for it to make a noise. It's ready. Are you going to get in, Mother, or out? Or? It's ready. Smile, pose.
Like your dad.
This cake.
Happy honeymoon.
All right, boys, clear out. Come on, Jay.
Looks
Jay.
good. Doing a fine job. Heck of a team.
We're back. Stay clear, Jay.
Perfect. Wow, right.
Jason.
Spend his time.
Up in the air.
Come down and get the bigger glass. Give him the lunch. I can make a toast? You didn't tell me this. I'm talking.
Come here, Jason. Jason.
Nothing.
Come here. Glad it's all yours.
Okay, all right. You gotta be quiet first, yeah.
Yo!
Kevin, I've known since 7th grade.
Like a dog.
Right. Sherry? However long. Two fine people. I'll get you for that one.
That's all right.
Too nicely like.
Yeah, that too. And they've got a lot of excellent years ahead of them. And have a good time together. I wish them the best.
Cheers. Letting up here.
Don't drop any champagne. Let the party begin.
How come you didn't then?
One winner in the blue dress. Oh, yeah. They don't look like
I know what you're doing. Debbie, you know what you're doing?
Uh-uh.
Why are you squinting like that?
You got the look of somebody.
You're supposed to swim with the other eye.
David?
Wait, is that microphone on?
Uh-huh.
Should I tell them about some of the old time stories? Back when we used to work together?
About what a brat you were?
It was me that was the brat. You're exactly everything Bill said you were.
Bad! What'd you say, Terry?
I said the little shits masturbate my goddamn face.
Look at us. Just a commercial or a commercial.
Now do it in groups like this. Ken Rogers, Jr. would like to tell this story for you all.
I don't know if I'd like to tell it. I told this story to Jeff one time, and he thought it was funnier than I think it is, but I've had to tell it several times. Charlie was out cutting the grass one day, and Sam, his neighbor, Sam and Bill, these two brothers, a couple retired truck drivers, lived next door. And they'd been on a trip around the world, so old Charlie thought he'd go over and ask Sam how it went. And walked over the fence and said, "Hey Sam," he says, "how was your trip around the world?" Sam says, "Oh Jesus," he says, "it was just wonderful." He says, "We took off from New York City," and he says, "flew into London, England." He says, "They got the biggest goddamn fox you ever did see." He says, "Got to go clear to the top till you see for miles." He says, "Just wonderful." Charlie says, "Well, yeah, Sam," he says, "that's great." He says, how'd your brother Bill like going up Big Bend?" He says, "Well, you know," he says, "Bill, he's crippled, you know, and he couldn't make that one." But he says, "We left there," and he says, "we flew to Paris, France." He says, "They got the biggest goddamn radio tower you ever did see." He says, "You got to go clear to the top. It's just wonderful." He says, "You can see for miles and miles." Charlie said, "Well, guys, that's great." He says, "How'd brother Bill like the Eiffel Tower?" "Well," he says, "you know, Bill, he's crippled, you know, he couldn't make that one either." But he says, "You know," he said, "we left there," and he says, "we went to Pizza, Italy." He says, "They got the goddamn thing there." He says, "They got this shit house." He says, "That's something there." He said, "It's lean and just like," he said, "you think the son bitch will fall over?" He said, "Done." He said, "We got to go clear the top." He said, "You just see for miles and miles." He says, "Just wonderful." Charlie says, "Well, God, Sam," he says, "that's great." He says, "How'd brother Bill like to trip up the leaning top?" He says, "Well," he says, "you know, Bill, he's crippled. He can't make that one either."
But he said, there is one thing you would like to hear about Bill. He said, we went to Vatican City to see the Pope. He said, just wonderful. He said, Bill being crippling, he let sit right down the front row. He said, just fabulous. He said, all the pomp and circumstance. And he said, here comes the Pope. They got him up there on this throne. He said, they got these 4 guys that carry him. And he's got this scepter. It's just wonderful. They got him down front there. And he said, there's kept my brother Bill. And he made them guys let him down. He said, and they got down. And he came over and he looked at my poor brother Bill sitting there with his crutches. And he said, get up! And he said, old Bill got up on his crutches. And he says, the Pope took his scepter and he reached out. And he blessed old Bill on his left shoulder, and Bill's left crutch just went a-feeling out that way. And he said, and he touched old Bill on Bill's right shoulder, and he said, Bill's right crutch just went feeling out that way. Charlie says, my God, a miracle. He said, did your brother Bill what? He said, no, he fell on his ass.
College Avenue down in Miami. He standing there crying. This young guy walked up to him. He said, mister, he said, you look so sad. I said, what's wrong? Can I help you? He said, no. I said, just forget about it. He said, well, what's your problem? He said, you look so sad. He said, well, he said, I got a girlfriend that's 39 years old. Said she just loves me to death. Said she comes over every day, cooks me a meal. She washes my clothes. All the sex I can have. Said she just loves me to death. And said she's 39 years old and just beautiful. He said, what are you crying about then? He said, I forgot where I live.
Hubby says, what's with you? She says, well, honey, the doctor says I've got the breasts of a 19-year-old. And he says, what did she say about your 50-year-old ass? And she says, honey, your name never came up.
Pope concerning it says, Your Holiness, I have some good news and some bad news. And so the Pope says, well, let's hear the good news first. And he says, well, the good news is I have Jesus Christ in line. He wants to talk to you right away. I said, oh, well, that's great. Now, what's the bad news? He's calling from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Couple coming back from vacation.
Tell them to the customers, don't you?
Tell them to the customers, I'll tell you. Got this couple coming back from vacation. And they stop at a service. And they stop at a service station, right? And the attendant comes out and says, oh, I see you're from Massachusetts. He said, which part of Massachusetts are you? I see you're from Massachusetts. And the old lady in the car rolls down the window and she says, what'd he say? What'd he say? He asked if we were from Massachusetts. I told him, yeah. Oh. She rolls back up the window. He said, so, which part of Massachusetts are you from? He said, south side of Boston. She rolls down the window. Goes, what'd he say? What'd he say? He asked which part of Massachusetts. I told him the south side of Boston. Oh. Rolls up the window. The attendant says, you know, I used to know a girl from the south side of Boston. Worst piece of ass I ever had. The lady rolls down the window. What'd he say? What'd he say? He thinks he knows you.
There should be a mink in the closet. There should be a tiger in bed. And a dumb jackass to pay for it all.
Oh, gosh.
A couple has a baby.
Tell us
baby's
about
born, has no ears, right? Neighbor's gonna come over the next day after they get home and stuff, and they're gonna come over and see the baby, and the wife tells the husband, now when you get over there, they're real conscientious about the baby's ears, so don't say anything about the ears. Okay, no problem. So he says, I can handle that. He has a couple beers, and he heads over. He sits there and gets the baby on his knee and says, oh, what a big boy, what a big bouncy boy and stuff. He says, looks at the mother and says, by the way, how's that baby's eyes? She says, oh, his eyes, he's got 20/20 vision, it's great. He says, well, that's good, because the son of a bitch will never be able to wear glasses.
We got an egg out of it. On chicken number 2, and he picks it up, got a quarter. No egg, just a quarter in it. Well, it goes on, the next day he goes out, and chicken number 1, he gets an egg, chicken number 2, he gets a dime. Wow, third day he went out, chicken number 1 had an egg, chicken number 2 had a nickel in the mouth. So he takes the chicken to the vet looks at the chicken all over, chicken number 2 of course. The Chicken looks it all over. Well, there's nothing wrong with this chicken. She's just going through her change.